Welcome to the newest edition of the Second Son podcast. Today we have a special guest, my brother, the God, Manu. What's good?
What's good, my brother? I'm grateful and happy and blessed to be here and to get this invitation.
That's good.
Man, nice to see you, man.
Good to see you. What's the vibes?
It's gratitude, man. Like I said, I'm grateful to be alive, and it's all highest frequencies. That's how we go now. 2022 is the year of highest frequencies.
If you guys don't know, like Manu, for our audience, like Manu is, I consider him my brother, and he brings like the best out of me, and he inspires me, and like this guy's, he's always full of happiness, and I feel like I instill that into him sometimes, just because I feel like we're a reflection of each other and the things that we go through, but. Yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that. But like, Manu, where do you get this energy from? You gotta tell them you gotta tell these people the source.
I feel like this. We always have choices, you know, and either we will be in fear, which is like all the feelings that come with it, mm-hmm. and then either we choose to be happy, and that's like just going through everything, knowing that. It's gonna be good, you know. It's gonna always be good. So why would I stress over it right now when I know in 3 months it's not gonna happen? So I'll just keep that same energy all the time, and I always choose happy, always. Nice. And then it keeps me energized, you know. Once you try it for 1 week, 2 weeks, it keeps me energized. I promise you. Always full of energy. Always ready to be social, and always good around everyone, because it's like you run through love. That's it.
Says people being around people and just like, that's crazy how you can like how you have so like you have a good understanding of like you know, questioning reality through different lenses, like you know how you would like be in a situation and then you wouldn't think of a different lens just because like you're in a certain situation. You're able to like ask questions from the outside of the lens, and the outside of the lens bring it back, and then just be like,
okay. It's really what it is, though. Is the ability to withdraw yourself from your own thing. Once you withdraw yourself from it, and you become a third person, it's easier for you to see for what it is. Because let's say we have a problem with somebody that we're close to, we love that person. So the problem happened because we love that person. When you don't like people, you don't really care, right? But because you have an attachment with that person, and now it takes on you. But it's all in the ability to say, no, it's cool. Like, it's cool. If I take myself out, it's probably like that person was going through something. It's not even, this life situation was just a lesson. It was just something that had to come in order for me to grow. So it's always an opportunity in everything, bro. I promise you.
That's facts.
And then you even remember when I think 2-3 years ago when we didn't have no school to go, and then you asked me, bro, where you going? Where we going to school? How you gonna do this? I was going in there. We were like, it's like,
yo, we were stressing.
But you see how he ended up going though, because we were always happy, always sharing love, always working out, and always being on our dream, even when we didn't have no view of the future, you know. Mm-hmm. And he ended up being a great story. I went at Chafee, and then he was just it.
That's good. Bro, I just seen your wrist right now. Do you have those beads? Bro, I just got some. That's so crazy. I just got some beads just like that.
You serious right now?
Yes, bro. Hey, shout out Beats by Ray. He knows what I'm talking about. He has really good looking beads, bro. It's beads just like those.
Oh my God. Yeah, my girl offered it to me like 3 days ago. And D-Mac has one too, so it's the brotherhood thing.
Bro, how's your girl? How's your girl?
She's doing great. So that's the support system, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really that. That's the support system.
It's good, bro.
Yeah.
It's love. So what's the update, bro? I told you this before we started recording, but you know, what's going on? What's the update? Where's your mind at? Where's your, you know? Or how about this? To make it easier, have you had any new realizations?
So many, man. It's like
the fellowship. I want you to like.
it's like for me, learning the knowledge is like a little addictive because it's fun. It's fun to just know new things. The more you know, the less you feel. Because we run by emotion because we don't know. We don't know why this happened. We don't know how this happened, and we question it. And then when we don't find the answer, we feel certain things. But when you find answer through knowledge, it's easier for you. So for me, I always keep consistently learn, talk to people, learn, ask questions. So I always keep realizing things. The last thing that I realized is that like we're all the same. We're all the same people, same family. We can't hurt each other because we hurt ourselves. My last realization is that
say that one more time.
We never hurt no one. We only hurt ourselves. We're never good to no one. We're only good to ourselves. So everything that we do always is for ourselves because everybody else is us.
That's sizzle. Manu cooking over here. You gotta let that pot sizzle right now. That on medium.
My medium, huh? We going up, huh? But for real though, that's my biggest release. And that gives you so much freedom. Because now when something triggers and you want to react to, like, damn, is that going back to me, right? Look, that person is me. Am I hurting my own self? And then you're like, everything passed easier.
Facts.
That's the latest one. Life realization, yeah.
Any other ones? What any more recent ones? Or was that like the main?
That's the recent one. Business-wise, realizing that with the mentorship and the right mentorship, you can go fast.
So much facts.
It's like somebody else having a PhD on something that you do, and it's just like it just gives you a guideline.
It's facts. If you I think I was reading it again. Shout out Hermosi. I was looking at a Hermosi video, and like all we do to anything we do, we just acquire skills. That's how we evolve. All we do is acquire skills. And there's two paths we could take. We can either pay someone to teach us, or we could either acquire it ourselves through this like long trial of mistakes. Experience. But like mentorship is just like the scapegoat for all that. You can easily oh my!
It's a cheat code, you said.
It's a cheat code, bro.
It's a cheat code because it's like you can ask questions. You don't have to figure out. Somebody will help you.
I know.
That's the beauty of it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was listening.
No, I was just saying, like, I feel like our generation really, like, maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I felt like that was underrated before. It's like getting mentors and like having somebody above you to like advise you or just, see how you're going about things. And like everybody, at least what I've heard is like mentors, get a mentor. But it's kind of like, sometimes it's like stifling because like you don't want them to tell you everything. And then there's that part. And then there's the other part where it's like, this guy just wants to help me. And like, I don't even know how to help him back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like Pops is like, he mentors,
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. But it's, it's like I said, when you take yourself out of it, you understand that life is a purposeful thing, right? It's like we give and we get back, we give and we get back, and we give and we get back. Right. So when a mentor comes in your life and he helps you in any ways, it's him teaching and it's him getting it back. He's getting back his own teaching. Mm. But he's doing something greater because he's opening up a door for somebody else that will open up doors for other people. Mm. So in reality, right now, at your age, our generation don't need to pay them back. We don't need to have the means to pay them back by doing something right now. But the way mentorships, mentors are like happy is to see you make it, whatever make it is for you, because most of the time we think make it is to be like a billionaire. We don't really need this. Make it is like just seeing your ideas in friction, seeing what you thought about, what you talked about, what you put the work in friction. When you make it, to be able to one day mentor somebody else. And that's how we keep going. Like your daddy, your granddaddy, your granddaddy, it's like that in the world of mentorship. You are acquiring these things, and even if you're not paying that to your mentors, you're gonna pay that to your world. You owe that to the world, not to your mentor. Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's like a higher like thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you a question.
What is the best? Can I ask you a question right now?
You want to ask me a question? This is the first time somebody's asked me a question.
One question, because there's a lot of knowledge in there that I need too. What you talking about? What is the best? How would you deal with having a mentor if you never had one? For someone that's listening today that is saying, okay, I want to have a mentor, but how do I go by it? What do I do? It's like, how do I take the advice? How do I incorporate it in my work? How do I do this thing? What would you tell them?
To be honest, I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Shoot. How do I go about it? To be honest, I have mentors. I just don't really take advantage of them all the time because I still have this underlying like notion that I'm like wasted. Like I don't want to, use them for everything and like waste their time. But for anybody that's looking for a mentor, I suggest you to like, I suggest you just like go out there and see what networks you can like tap into that have mentors, that have access to mentors. I feel like mentors are everywhere. And although I'm in a growing process of like understanding what mentors do for me and like, like I can, better myself, I would suggest just at least having one. If you don't really understand one, having them around is the first step to actually understand what they can do for you.
It is. And I agree with that. I feel like it makes your life not easier, but more understandable. More understandable. If you were to have, like I always said to everybody that I meet and my friends, I said, if you thrive, if you want to be somebody, imagine you had one mentor for like spirituality, whatever religions you are, or whatever things you do. You have somebody that you can talk to about it, right? You have somebody that you can talk to about relationships and how you deal with people and how you deal with your significant others. And then you have a mentor that guides you in the business world. It's like you're just being guided, like, and now you can be focused on creating things.
Exactly.
You can be focused on creating. Like I say, I take myself as an example. In 2020, when we were in quarantine, I met one of my mentors, right? But it took me from 8.8 to 0.100 so fast because it helped me connect so many that like took raw knowledge that I had into like, you can put into perspective now because now somebody else just add that little thing that like was the missing piece. Yeah.
No, that's so true. And I think whenever we create something or whenever we go something by ourselves, we end up using half of the time, like either creating and executing, and half of the time trying to connect the dots.
Yeah.
And like when you have a mentor, they just like lift it up and like they tell you directly. They like tell you what's this, and after that it's gone, and then you still focus on creating.
On the creating, you this is exactly what it is. So like let's say I'm doing the Turo business, right? Let's say we're on the Turo business, and at first I didn't know nothing, but my mentor, he has like, after we watch all these videos and all this, the guy from Atlanta and things, my mentor, he has now six car, right? It's easier for me because sometimes he give me the call and then I rent to people. It's easier for me now to do the business because through him, I found the right spot. Even if it's not right for me personally, because we always have different type of personality and different types of things.
Right.
At least when I have any questions about, what authority do I call for this? I have the right one already. How do I file these things for these things? I have the right one because he always went through this. So right now, before for me, opening a business was like, how do I open a business? That's like, you tell somebody how to open a business, like, what? You can open a business like that? But I do that in an hour.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's like you said, a skill. We're getting skill. And then there's skill that like school won't teach us, but they're like vital for us, you know, in order for us to be somebody. And that's mentorship. If you were to have a mentor or some kind of experienced person around you for any little part of your life, you break down your life, every part of it, if you could have somebody that like you could call that have no emotional relationship with, because sometimes it is your friends, your dad, your mom, your girlfriend, they can be emotionally attached to you. There,
It's facts.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. That's true though. It's like, yeah. Yeah. And I feel like nowadays, the more I acquire skills, even if it's without mentors, I'm just thinking of who can give me this, who can help me edit this podcast, who can help me instead of me wasting all this time, like just paying people who already acquired the skill and have them to teach me.
Yeah. This is, bro, for me, I have books, I watch tons of videos, and I talk to people. And I think that's the little formula to become a little something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I have another question for you. So
yeah, bro.
What are your patterns?
Life patterns, day patterns.
I'm not
to be specific.
I'm not getting too specific. What are your patterns?
This had to. I just don't know how to put it into perspective yet.
Okay. I'll put it in perspective. So, like, what do you like? I told you what your realizations were. The next part, like, what are your patterns that you've noticed about yourself? Whether that's okay, I'll give you an example. For me, I've noticed in my patterns that I go through 30-day challenges so that I can, like, 30-day sprints to where I can acquire a new habit. And I feel like 30 days is my limit for me challenging myself. And sometimes I don't usually think about challenging myself to a 45-day or a 60-day. It's just like that, like something like that. What do you think? What are your patterns? What do you recognize about yourself that you know about yourself? Whether there's, acquiring discipline or you in life, like what have you noticed about yourself?
Man, so much. Like the whole thing about me is that we all should really do that, knowing ourselves things. It's just you work so easy and you work better when you know who you are,
Yeah.
And for me, one thing that I really realized is that from being from two different culture, I realized that like finding that peaceful place of like chill where nothing is rushed and nothing is forced. That's something that I call my pattern, because it's something I do a lot. Like regardless of the situation, and I know them. I know these situations. I know they're coming. I know how they look like. So like, it's like I know that it's a pattern. It's like it comes the same. That's all of us. But I talk specifically for me. We always have like a breakthrough, breakdown, whatever. Everything break up, and then the cycle come back. And for me, it happened daily. It happened yearly. It happened 6 months. So now I know that the events are like a cycle. And for me, my own pattern is like, before I used to want to do things fast. That's what I've learned about me. I wanted to do things fast. I was just, but now my new pattern is that what I've noticed about me is like, I take being present much more. So my patterns on my challenges right now is on how do I be present today? Like how I'll be like here, like I would. So that's something that I'm trying to figure out right now. And that pattern of like being here and then always enjoying, that's something that that's me. One of my biggest pattern is to enjoy everything that I do, regardless of what I get from, regardless of what I'm getting from it. And to understand the law of detachment and the law of least effort. That's me right there.
That's good.
Yeah.
What are some things to help you? Do you think that can help you stay more present?
Find perfections in everything, everybody and everyone and everything.
Find what?
Perfection in everyone and everything.
Explain that. What is that?
So finding perfection in myself and in others and in everything, making everything perfect, right? So because if you were to see something that you like, you'll be like astonished, right? And then, right, this is exactly how I view every situation, every meetings, every person that I meet on the street, everything that's going on, every little basketball that I play, every little soccer, every little podcast, every whatever it is, I'm always so happy. Like I'm my 7 years old. I always be 7. Yeah. So like the fact of finding perfection in everything and everybody without judgment make you present because you want to know about them. You want to know what's going on. You want to know about the person. You want to know about the situation. That helps you. And that's Michael Jordan. That's Kobe Bryant. And I think our presence is our best gift. When you have that, they call it that thing that people can express because you there, they can feel that you are there. And that was Michael Jordan. He was there all the time having fun, being the greatest.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Because I feel like when you're present, it like, I don't know, that's so true. There's a lot of, being president, it comes with a lot of benefits. So many benefits.
So much. Because I always say, me and my girlfriend, I always have a little podcast in the morning, right?
You did what?
A little podcast. We don't record it, but we just have a little mini conversation in the morning so we can acquire new knowledge, new skills, and new everything.
If you need help with any podcast or anything, just hit me up. I can definitely.
I got you. No problem. Then I'll go on with my girlfriend. So when you're present, I was reading this book and I will make sure that I can give it on certain books that people can help people through their journey, right? I was reading this book called The Power of Now, and it says our mind is running like it won't stop. This will not stop. Like it's gonna be running, right? And then we have two choices. Either we run with it and then we confuse and we there or we pick up into our thought and then select who we like and then feel it and then talk about it, judge that thought, judge that my mind is thinking about this. But as soon as you turn on the presence level, when you are here, all that counts is me and you right now. There's no other, life is happening, right? But it's all that counts right now is me and you, right? Once you get to that level, your mind stops. Because now you're not responding to it. You hear.
How do you cut out the noise though? Like there's attention everywhere, coming every which way. There's your own willingness to like crave certain attention, whether there's people, whether there's subjects, whether there's things. How do you like quiet the noise but still have an even balance? Even though I don't think it could be even a balance, but how do you have like an even balance of like your attachments, your cravings, and like your attention, and still be satisfied and content with, your own well-being?
It's all about. So when I wake up, I said to my girlfriend, it's all about. I connect to me. I give the most love to me. And I promise you, I can give it to anybody in the world.
That's facts. Facts. I heard anybody say that's facts.
I can give it to anybody in the world, and I don't even expect nothing in return, because I can sufficiently give it to myself, and that's like less expectation. You know what I mean? So from there, it's easier for me to find that balance from like I give it to as much as I can give. And I give it to myself as much, and it create balance all the time because I'm never missing that.
That's facts.
Yeah, it's easier for me to give because I never miss none of it. I always can. There's a place where I can go in myself where I can always find a little piece of security where like regardless of the situation and regardless of how the situation affect me, I will go there and then I will pull myself out of it and then be able to always keep giving love.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, for real. That's really good.
But yeah,
some people ain't got that. Some people.
It's not easy though. It's a lot of work and a lot of suffering.
No, it's not easy.
It's a lot of suffering, a lot of work. But it's a choice. It's like we all go through the same thing. Once you make a choice to say, I'm not being this no more, everything that you need to go through this journey is gonna happen, you know?
That's facts.
Yeah.
I agree. It does start with like acceptance.
Acceptance.
To this. And
acceptance. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Acceptance of everything and everybody. And you don't need to change. The universe is perfect. Everything is perfect. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. People, y'all gotta start being like Manu, man. Y'all gotta start looking at life like Manu. Y'all want to be happy. Y'all worried about this and that. Y'all gotta be happy, just like Manu.
This is how I put it in perspective. I say everything that we see in the world is a thought. Somebody think it and they make it. Car, house, money, whatever it is, right? And I have the same power, the same ability to think, right? So everything that's around me is kind of illusional because somebody has created. So like it's like if I stress over it, it's like, oh, okay. It was created by like one of you. So why would you stress about it?
That's facts.
If it comes from God, okay, I can stress about it because I can't create it. You know?
Yeah.
So it's understanding that you matter than anything else. And that's my quote. You have a piano and you have a pianist, right? If the pianist is sick, there's no concert. You don't go. You never will go and give the medicine and the attention to the piano. You will always give the attention to the pianist because this is the one that played. And you as a being, you as James, as anybody that's listened to us, as me, as anybody, it's like we are that player. Stress and worries and why this and why not that and why not this is like it making us break down, you know what I mean? And we need to take care of us, the player, in order for us to play in life better. That's it.
That's facts. You gotta take care of the player before you go on to the game.
You take care of the game. Before you wanna control the game, the player has to be ready and feel good.
And warm. You can't be coming off cold. You
can become cold. You know what I mean? So you have to detach from all the stress out there because there's a lot of it, bro. I promise you, there's a lot of it. Life will do that because it's we're here for that to learn.
That's facts. Yeah. I've been listening. I've been reading lately about what time is it? 10:24. I've been reading lately about about attention deficit disorder and attention deficit trait, and like how the adoption of technology has caused our brains to move to think faster. We're all like faster. I can handle different things.
I like this subject.
Okay, it's a book called Managing Yourself. And I'm reading that right now, and it's really good. It's helped me so good. I gotta shoot you the book. I gotta shoot you everything that I've learned. But anyway, it's talking about attention deficit disorder and how like we're thinking fast. We're trying to think faster and stuff. But it's causing our brain to not really think critically. Because we're so focused at doing things. And it was saying like in companies, they're teaching backwards. They want their employees to do faster thinking instead of deeper thinking. So like because I've had this before in a company I used to work for, like managing multiple projects. Like if you want to get my best, managing one project is the best. You know what I mean?
It's the best, yeah.
Like that's the best. And I can relate that to my own personal life outside of work because like even for you, like you have your business, you have like, you know, your workout, you have, you have
playing music.
You have working out physically, and then you have
playing music,
basketball. You have me playing music. All that you have different multiple projects going on, and it's like your attention is everywhere, right? We talked about the mentor part, like having the mentor just to connect the dots and like simplify it. But there's also, I feel like I might steer this conversation to a different direction, but
go ahead, yeah.
Like just paying for somebody just to take care of that energy, that time. You know what I mean? Like besides just paying for, like getting mentors, I'm talking about like paying for trainers, like paying for basketball trainers, whether it's physical or anything.
Yeah.
For somebody in business, like get rid of that time. Like the fact that you got to think and then measure your results every day and like that's too much thinking for each different subject. You got to like delegate duties. You got to focus on one thing, and your mind has to just go.
Wow, this is deep, bro. This is so deep because that's why none of us, and that's why it's like there's less success, if I can say like that, in the world nowadays, because we got used to that fast-paced life, to that like, oh, I gotta learn something in 3 minutes. If that video is more than 30 minutes, I can't watch it. Or like,
that's me.
Or like, I gotta be doing 5 things at once: driving, texting, calling, eating. It's like we fast now, And I think that, like you said, the faster we are, the lower our brainwave gets because it has no grip. If you work out on a muscle and you do 2 reps. You do 2 reps, you drop the weight. 2 reps, you drop the weight. 2 squat, you drop the weight. 2 brain press, you drop the weight. Whatever you do 2 reps. What muscle will grow, bro? In order to grow muscle, you gotta keep repeating, right? In order to focus. But it's all about our life has become for us. For us, we get phones so early and we go from Instagram to Facebook to this to that to whatever thing we do with our phones and with the things is affecting our life now. So right now, it's hard for people to like focus on one thing, but that's the secret to get something. Because if you don't focus on one thing and think you can have 6 things, you never learn nothing. And you're gonna be slower. It has to be something for the time. And it has to do, so let's say you're reading books, right? When people start reading books and they're excited of the knowledge, so they buy a lot of them. They want to read them all at once. But it's like, you have pick one, read it, reread it, get really what is out of it, making your class, and then now you can get it. Because if you get to read one book, the other one, you never get the idea that they're really portrait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think as generation, we have the ability to change so much, bro. So much. Once we get back to learning how to focus on our brain longer and now learn how to have this instant gratifications of like, I want everything right now. Because I can guarantee you, like I play basketball. The day that they told me I would go in the NBA, you know what was that? Okay, I'm glad that I can tell you that. In 2012, 2013, that's when Serge Ibaka said, you won't be an NBA player. But it's 2021. But you don't give up. If I wanted to have a fast gratification, I would say, man, 7 years later, I'm not even nowhere else in school. But I'm like, I know. I will get there because it takes time to. Good things takes time,
Good things takes time. I like that. Before you say anything, I sent them a shirt that said "Good things takes time."
That's exactly what. Yeah.
Where's Christmas gift? That's so funny. What are you looking at? Is that food?
Nah, that's my lovely girl. She said hi, and then she said she gives you blessings, brother.
All right, blessings to you. You too, you and Manu.
It gives you so much blessing. But yeah, bro. So like you were saying too, you said that we should really get people like a CEO. We all think CEOs are busy people that always be doing things, figuring things. No, they don't. They know how to manage people. So what they do is like they have smart people doing the work and they just put it together and represent it. They focus on one thing. They don't focus on many. Yeah.
Exactly. bro, I can break it down to you in the business. Like the CEO, all he does is focus on the vision of the company. Everybody else is focused on managing the managed of the managed. So like the CEO, all he has to do is say his vision and articulate it and how it's going to help and benefit the company as a whole. And then he talks to his advisors that surrounded your surroundings, the people who's better at certain things. He talks to his advisors just to consult whether it's a good decision or not. And you have to be the CEO. Like for people, anybody that's listening, you have to be the CEO of your life. Like focusing on one thing, delegate anything that's you having trouble with or waste times to other people. Make sure you get advisors or mentors and just focus on one thing, the vision, and then let that breathe.
Wow, that's another way. That's another subject you open. The visions. This is so important, man. It's like we all look up to like Nipsey Hussle, R.A.P. Like that's the greatest of the greatest. That's another Jesus right there. I promise you. I told you that. That day I told you that Nipsey Hussle was a type of Messiah. You see that impact. But he used to say that I just be focused on the script.
Yeah.
I just be focused on the script and I wrote my script as like any movie guy. You write your script and then you're just a kid, right? And there will be days where the script won't work the way you think it will work. But you don't need to change the script. You need to just change the position of the camera or like the setup, but like you don't change the script. And that's the vision. Like we need to have that thing that wake up us in the morning and say, I got to go because these things is too much in me. It's the vision. And then I promise you that we all, for everybody that's listening to us that think, oh, I'm not enough. The world is this, I'm not this, or to think that they're not enough in this world. No, there's no poor creature. We all God creature. If you say you're poor, you're not enough, then you're telling God is not enough. You are enough though, and you have a vision and you have a purpose in here. We all a piece of a puzzle. And then in the vision, that things that is in your mind or in your heart that you want it so bad that like everybody think that it's not happening, or like you crazy to think that it is really, that's what you come here for. That's exactly your vision in here. Yeah. And most of the time we keep getting away by life. You know, life situations when we were younger, we didn't have no bills to pay. We didn't have no problem. Our family would take care of us enough. After you get a certain age, it's like you have to take care of yourself. You gotta, and then we usually say, oh, my vision is this, but my vision will probably take longer for me. It will probably be so long that like I need to work, I need to take care of myself. And we forgot about the vision. But this like that's when our life stopped in reality. Now, our life don't stop when we dead though. It stopped when we stop following the vision. Whatever it is, man, it's like, if it's like to sell wood, to sell shoes, whatever it is that give you this happiness, whatever it is that you can do for hours without even thinking about time, find a way around it, bro. And I promise it's come with so much happiness, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. That vision things.
Bro, yes. But we can kind of like, to get to a deeper level, I've noticed my patterns, and what I've been realizing is like, for me if I want the best of James, if anybody wants the best of James, or if I want the best of James, I need to put myself in a position to where I can give so I can give the bare minimum. Yeah. Does that make sense? I need to put myself, I don't think I said that right. I need to put myself in a position to do the bare minimum. So like, for example, I noticed in my calendar, I have like so much stuff to do, but like the bare minimum, I want to organize my calendar where the bare minimum is just, I have to show up and just do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just show up. That's it. Just show up. So I say that to say this. What do you think is one thing that somebody can do that's just the bare minimum, and like they focus on only one task? And I know why people focus on multiple tasks is because they want to get so much done. But like there's one thing that they should just do so that once they mastered it, everything else could just flow. Does that make sense? Instead of like doing everything. What's one thing that you can do that you can do for right now, and then once you do that,
that's knowing myself and being the king in my own inner world.
Okay.
After that, bro, I promise you, I play basketball, it's greatness. I play volleyball, it's greatness. I play soccer, it's greatness. I talk to people, it's greatness. Everything that you touch is greatness. Because the hardest person to deal with is yourself. It's not me. It's not you. It's not your brother. It's not your sister. It's not your girlfriend. It's you.
Mm.
Because everything that people do only affects you in a degree where you have it you. So I think that's the real thing for me, bro. I promise you. Once I can get to that level of like grounding, and I don't let my emotions and the world and the events take me from place to place, I can focus on that one thing without even leaving until I master it. And then that open up the day for me. Promise you.
Bro, that's facts. Bro, oh my goodness. You're making me learn something today. Cause like like what I've been doing, I've been doing this challenge. So I've been waking up at 4 a.m. every day.
Yeah. Okay.
And like that's been, I know what you're saying is by being present is just like, it's kind of like what I'm saying too. Like the bare minimum is just like having pace. Like, like when we wake up, like we're already in reacting mode. You already know this. We already reacting mode. We don't have time to listen to ourselves or what we need to accomplish, or like what we need to do just to like, I don't know, just to get rid of whatever has been on our mind. And like, I think the main reason why most people aren't present is just they don't have pace in their life. They don't know they don't know the throttle. They don't know how to actually like turn it back, and they don't know how to like keep it going. They don't know how to manage that and to have pace in their life just because of our cravings. Like we want to think faster. We have different desires and attachments.
Like, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
The pace, that meter, that pace is how I feel like that's how we get to present. It's just knowing our cravings, knowing our boundaries, and really the discipline behind those boundaries, like really sticking to it, even if we do more than
Like Rick Ross said, like you can never let no one and nothing like hurry your process, you know. And then I think that today's like today's society is like, because we see everybody everywhere on the internet and it's easier to get influenced.
Yeah, you're like, oh, like
and then we compete. So if that person do these things, then I gotta do these things. And if this person do that, well, I'm not doing this. But we literally have specific things that we unique in it. We are so unique that can never be no competition. People that think they compete, I telling them, I'm probably gonna crush their belief, but you don't compete, bro. You just gotta get better yourself every day. There's no competition. The people have uniqueness. You just have to express your own gift. You know what I mean? And that's when you're gonna find a space, because now you can focus on one thing that you know, this is what I'm here for. I'm not here for all these 70,000 things that advertise to me or come to me all the time, but because if I react to them, like you said, if I react to them, I get out of my vision, and now I get out of my pace. So I think the easiest way to find that and to do that is this. You take a piece of paper, you put what is really, 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 really important for me in my life. You put what is really, really, really important for me. And we put what is really important for me. And you say, what is important for me? And then put a list and then try to figure out, give yourself this to say, the most important for me in my life is this. Find that. And if it makes you happy, do these things every single day for the bare minimum, like you said, hour, 30 minutes. Just show up. It don't matter. Just show up. Just, if you're a girl, you're going through emotional times, which is normal. Your body will. If you're a guy, you're going through things, just show up. Just show up, because like they say, people say, we got to always keep running. It's just to say that, just keep showing up, because the secret is that everything that's happened to us today will not happen to you in 3 months. You will forget about them. You will not feel them. Most of the time, most of the things that you fear, you say, oh, I don't know how I'm going to go through this situation. Oh, 6 months later, you forgot about that. So it's like, yeah. That pace, me, I was like that playing basketball. I was chafing my first year. I wanted so bad, I wanted so bad. I didn't play in a while. I wanted. So I was just rushing on everything. Oh, got to get my shot back. And I wasn't being productive, because like I was just doing so many things. And then I had this talk with my assistant coach. He said, man, you good. You know that if you were to slow down a little bit and then piece yourself and say, what was my priority, you would get there. Man, when I sat down there, I gotta go. This dude is playing D1. This dude is playing NBA. This dude is playing the G League. Oh, I gotta go. My thing is flowing, man.
It's facts.
It's flowing, and you see that even people outside recognizing in you, and they like to be around you. Because you're not in the rat race no more. That's what it's called.
You're not in the rat race no more.
You're not in the rat race, because the rat race take you out of your perfect self-expression. Remember this word, okay? Your perfect self-expression is what you're here to do. There's something in here there's something that you do that nobody else can do. And I'm talking to everybody, all 8 billion of us. There's something that we can do, each of us, that no one else can do. There's something else that we're here to bring that no one else can bring. That's a duty for us to find that and to just give it back to the world.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. I wanna point out something that you just said right now. It's just like you said, showing up, bro. For anybody that's listening, again, like mental. Make sure you take care of your mental. Like,
what?
Like that's so important. Like when you say showing up. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Can I give a quote for this? I'm sorry to coach you.
Go ahead. But
it's the like, fellowship, bro. Come on.
Like you said, the mental health, showing up not only in the things that you want though, but showing up for yourself. Because like the things that affect our mental are not designed in us. They're programmed in us, so we can deprogram them. Yeah. So our mental health is as important as our mom, our dad, our girlfriends, our relationships, the money, the foods, whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever it is that we desire or we crave, our mental health is more important, because like I said, if the pianist is broken, there's no concert.
If the piano's broken, show's over, folks.
The show's over, folks. We go home.
We go
shut off.
Appreciate it, Manu. Thank you for being on the show. We're gonna give you another.
Hey, I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you having me there. And then whenever you need me there, just let me know. I'll be here. Talking and giving knowledge is what I like to do. It's one of those, because it helped me learn too. So I'm always willing to do it.
Appreciate that, bro. Let us off with a word of wisdom.
A lot of wisdom.
Leave us off with a word of wisdom. Something where it can stick with everybody. We gotta let it sit with people. What's the word of wisdom?
Each of you have the power. You have the power. You have the power to be whatever, whoever, and do whatever you want. Do never feel that you're not enough because of life situations, people, or whatever. You are that thing that you're looking for. You are this thing that creates magic, and you are this little piece of God that is walking around. So there's a lot of gratitude should be our company, because we are so blessed to be human beings.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming up.
Everybody should wake up in the morning saying that I'm cocky to be a human being. What you mean? Dancing in the street.
That's facts.
And be grateful, because man, it's grateful to be a human being. It's a great thing. Once you withdraw from life issues and you understand that this is just an illusion, it's a great thing to be a human being.
Well, thank you, Manu, for coming up to my show, Second Son Podcast. I really appreciate you. And thanks for everybody who was listening.
Can I have a word of wisdom too?
You said what?
Can I have a word of wisdom to go?
For me?
Okay, yeah.
Just pace yourself. Pace yourself. Make sure you have pace. Make sure you aren't like on 10 all the time. Like pacing will make you see the game, make you see life, make you see different frequencies. And that's how you get more powerful by observing. And once you get to observe your different paces, you get to manipulate what you want.
Oh man, you manipulate energy. That's what we came here to do.
That's facts.
Much love, my brother.
Much love. I'll see you guys next time.
See you.